It's a good day to be a good mom, or a good night to be a bad mom. If you feel like you're not doing anything right, you're in the right place.
So today we are talking about our birthing experiences, and hopefully you guys can relate or share your experiences. I feel like I had two totally different ones. My first was immaculate. I love my pregnancy. Birthing seemed fairly easy. And then my second was just traumatizing. Never again. 10 out of 10. Don't recommend.
Yeah. No, we both, we actually have been discussing it for a while. Every parent has a different birthing experience with every child. And it sounds like, for me anyway, for us, it was pretty much the same. My oldest son, who's now 16, it was a while ago, but there were some hiccups in there, but not quite like my youngest son's birthing. It was pretty rough. I mean, I can go into detail about my birthing experience.
It's I feel like it's like a gory subject.
Yeah, it is.
I know we talked about the popsicle stick, the 1980 popsicle stick. So like breaking waters. That's
Yes.
if you've ever had that, it's not a fun time. I don't remember it really. I remember my second time, but Laura had a whole experience.
Yeah, speaking of a hiccup,
Yeah.
that was the biggest hiccup.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute, what the hell is that? Where's that going? It was like this long.
Which is insane. Because, I didn't see what they did to break my water. I just know that I was just like, okay. And that was it. And with my oldest, I just stayed in bed the whole time. With my youngest, they broke my water, and then I walked around through contractions. And it was like every step I would take with the contraction was just like gushing water.
Oh, geez.
It was, yeah. And I stand by it. I would just keep walking. Nurses would come in. Everybody's like, what is that? And I'm like, it's birthing.
No, I just spilled something.
Yeah, something's trying to come out of me right now.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Mind your own. You gonna clean up that water?
No, so I mean, if you're okay with, I was gonna go ahead and say just the few hiccups that I had with my oldest son. So I was 21 when I had him, 20 when I found out I was pregnant. I was already married, so no, it was not anything crazy. I was married for 2 years before that, but when I started feeling contractions, I was walking around. I walked through the mall, and I kid you not, a turtle probably would have walked faster than I did. My parents took me to the mall, and my dad was like, I can't. And he literally just zoomed past us. I was walking way too slow for him. So that day is actually when I gave birth. I got there. Everything was fine for the most part. And then my doctor in Savannah, he's like, oh, okay, well, you are getting close to labor. We're going to go ahead and break your water. And I was like, oh, okay, not a problem.
Yeah, who cares? Go ahead.
Yeah, you're just going to flip a switch and then we're done.
Yeah.
And he literally got this giant, like literally from what I remember, it was like this long of a wooden stick. And he just went right in there.
Turned you into a popsicle.
Yeah. It was rough. So it was uncomfortable, but then the pain escalated. It was horrible. So then that happened. All right. I'm screaming in pain. Not a problem. They wheeled me into the delivery room. Then I'm literally there's a table next to my bed. I threw everything off of that table, cursing at the nurse. F you.
My question is why were you not in a delivery room to begin with?
That is a good question. I was in a separate room for the breaking of the water. I don't know what it's like.
It was like
step by step.
Yeah, like sterile.
Yeah,
a surgery.
No, I was probably like in the waiting room, just.
Because you're like, yeah. Then they brought me into a room, and I'm like, where'd they do this?
Yeah, wait a minute. Weren't you already in there? No, and then I was wheeled down the hall with my mom. Then they brought me in there, and the lady was like, oh, I just need you. I'm in active labor, mind you. She's like, I just need you to sign a couple papers.
Yeah, I've had that.
Hello?
Too. What do you want from me right now?
I literally, a child is coming out. I'm not gonna. So anyway, I threw the papers on the floor, cursing at the wind, at the nurse. And then the person came in to do the epidural, and it was literally 4 times they had to stick me.
Yeah, it's the same.
Yeah, and we've talked before, just being friends, nonchalantly talking, but back pain was horrible. That's a whole different subject to go over.
Yeah, I mean, like, I still have it. I know with me, my first one was fairly easy. I think they poked me a few times, but then I was good and I felt nothing. And then with my youngest, they poked me like 7 times, and you can feel like that click in a nerve, but nothing was sticking. And so like I always do, it's just like, oh, it's great, I'm fine. And then didn't realize that I was going to birth naturally, and it was terrifying.
Yes.
And then on top of it, I still end up with back pain, and I still every so often will get like a nerve pinch in my back.
Yeah.
Just from that.
Yeah, anytime I'm doing dishes or laundry and I'm huddled over like this, that's when it feels like somebody has poured gasoline over my back.
PTSD of doing what is it when you go like this and they make you hold the pillow? Do they make you do that?
Yes.
They had my kid's dad holding my hands, and they had me like crunched over a pillow, and like I think he looked like he was in more pain than me watching that happen, and it was horrible. But I mean, I would rather go through that and not feel birthing.
Really, you think?
Yes, for sure. Feeling that pop sensation from a child's head is just not it.
No.
I
don't know. I think it's because my youngest was so small. He was 6 pounds, but I was almost a month early.
Yeah.
And speaking, like, for women, I didn't realize this until I endured it and I went through it and I was in the moment, and I was like, holy crap, dude. Like, the primal instinct that women have, because that's what we used to have to do. There was no medicine. There was no sterile environment. It was just sit on the rocks and
just
go.
pop them out.
Yeah.
All day.
But I had told my husband, oh, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, I have a girlfriend who's a midwife, and she's amazing. And when she was starting, she came with me, and they kept pushing for me to get a C-section. They said I was too little for such a big baby.
Oh, yeah.
And she sat by me, and she made sure that I got to do what I wanted. And it was one of the best decisions to have. She was my friend, so I didn't really have to, like, look for a midwife, but like having her by my side was amazing. But she's birthed 2 children naturally, and I've seen the videos and the pictures, and it's like primal. It's insane, but it's the most empowering thing to see, because I'm going to be honest, I could never.
Yeah,
I did involuntarily.
Yeah, because you didn't have a choice. Yeah,
but like, to be like, I want to do that, I give every woman who's done it naturally kudos. And every woman who's done it in general, even with medication. But natural that's a whole nother ball.
It's a whole nother ball of wax. Yeah. It's, for me, now I'm going to describe exactly what I felt when I gave birth naturally.
I love it.
Because the anesthesiologist came in, and I'm already at 10 centimeters. So knowing, because I've already had a child, I already knew, okay, that's not right. I'm 10 centimeters long, and they're still asking me if I want an epidural. That I even said to them as I'm in labor.
There's a rule, isn't there? Like, there's like, there's this,
Yeah, so even my husband was like, no, it's too late. So they were like, I mean, you can if you want it. And I think they were trying to save their butt. But I ended up saying, I was like, no, might as well. She's like, I mean, you should just go ahead and push now. I mean, he's already almost here.
She's like, okay, if not, then just push.
Yeah, and so I started, and the feeling, the best I can describe it is when I was giving birth to my youngest, naturally, because I did not do that with my oldest, was that as it was stretching, it being, as it was stretching, and he was coming out, it literally felt kind of like I was saying with my back. It literally felt like somebody had put a thing of gasoline around that area and then lit it on fire.
Yeah.
The burning was the most intense feeling.
Honestly, now that you're saying that, it's like a memory unlocked of like, I was like, how do you feel? And I'm like, I feel like a bus just hit me.
Yeah.
Literally just there. That's it. Nowhere else.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a burning pain, and I totally forgot. But it's like, you get all these, like when you go to the stores, they have like those mommy setups where they'll have like the pads, and everything that you need. And I bought everything thinking, like, this is it.
Yeah.
No, by the time I was in that hospital, I was like, give me that spray can that...
The witch hazel.
Yeah, spray it.
Yes.
Put it on me. I don't want these bougie cooling pads anymore. Just spray me down.
Just raw dogging in here.
Just spray me down and call it a day.
Yeah.
I don't have time to put this in the fridge. I have a baby now that I have to feed 24/7. Oh, it's horrible. Yeah, no, that was... Yeah, you unlocked a memory for me.
Yeah, see, you're welcome. A great memory. I mean, it's a blessing. It really is, but... I would do it over again. I would rather, so this is what happened to me after I gave birth to my youngest. I ended up, and I've already talked to you about this, I ended up with the worst migraine, and I have a history of migraine, so it's nothing new for me, but I woke up with, the next day with the worst migraine of my entire life, and that is saying a lot. So my husband drove me to urgent care, because he's like, all right, this isn't, nothing is helping at home, so we're going to take you there. They gave me probably 5 different kind of medications that they could to help. Nothing was helping. I literally was hitting my head against the wall. Literally. The doctor and my husband were looking at each other. They're like, I felt like a crazy person. I'm literally hitting my head continuously against the wall.
Yeah.
I'm screaming. But then that was hurting. Then I put my head between my legs. That wasn't helping. So the doctor's like, I think you need to go to the emergency room. I went to the emergency room. Then the doctor had said, hey, fun fact, when you have a migraine that bad, Benadryl is where it's at. That's what we're going to give you.
Which I never knew.
No, I didn't either.
I would have never even thought about that. I've gotten migraines since having children.
Mm-hmm.
I just think I'm getting older. So it's just a thing.
Or it's just being a mom.
Yeah, and or my kids are giving me migraines. But
yeah.
But definitely I did not know that that's something that can help.
Yeah, and so for me, honestly, when he told me that, I really didn't have any faith in it. I was like, listen, they have tried every other medication under the sun. Nothing is helping. Benadryl, really?
Yeah.
But it did. So what it does is it really just knocks you out. It gives your brain time to rest a little bit. The muscles and the tension. And it's because it is a common thing. When you are pushing during birth, they say that does happen. That never happened with my oldest, but
I can't say that I remember anything like that, but I do know that, like, if it was to happen, it would be from that. Like, that kind of pressure and holding your breath and pushing, that's a lot. That's enough to give you a migraine right there.
Yeah, it could, because the amount of pushing you're doing.
Well, you also have this, like, sterile light above you.
Yes.
That's also probably not helping. And then
spotlight right on.
Yeah, like, right up there. And then sometimes, I don't think I've ever had it for me, but I've had, like, friends who've said doctors have offered to give them mirrors. To see.
Yeah, oh yeah, I had requested that with my oldest. I wanted to watch it.
Did you?
I didn't get to. Yeah.
No, there's no way. There's no way.
Just let it come out first, and then
I don't want to know what it looked like. I'm terrified. Okay, I'm already scared.
Yeah.
Like, I remember, I was laying in bed and I was, I had my epidural, so I felt fine, and then I was taking like a little nap, forgetting that I'm about to, like, go into labor, and suddenly it was like I wake up and I felt like I had to, like, go poop, and I'm like, I call and I'm like, hey, I gotta go to the bathroom. They're like, let me just check you. And I'm like, no need. Just take me to the bathroom.
Right, you don't need to be in there with me.
No, yeah, don't do that. Don't look down there right now. And then she's like, oh, you're ready to give birth. I'm like, no, I'm not. No.
Yes.
And she's like, well, there's no going back. And I'm like, sitting there and I'm like, what do I do?
So I'm pooping in the bed? What am I doing?
I'm like, am I going to poop myself? And they're like, no, this is natural. This is beautiful. And I'm like, this is not beautiful. I have I had a whole crowd of family with me too.
Oh.
Because I had my family from Canada come. So there was like my mom, everybody. Mm-hmm. And I think at one point my dad was charging his phone, and I'm like, and they're like, you guys need to like get out. Like, only like the moms can be here.
Right.
And my dad's like, I guess I'll take my charger with me. I'm like, I'm in the middle of active labor.
He's concerned about charging his phone.
And it's such a dad thing to do.
It is.
I'm not even upset with him. It's just one of those things where I'm like, what is happening right now?
Yeah.
And then, I had her and it was fine. And then with my youngest, it was very secluded because of COVID.
Oh,
and I couldn't be any happier. There was every excuse to be by myself, and I enjoyed having everybody with me for my first time. I think it was a very comforting thing to go through with everybody. I'm obviously not very shy.
Yeah. Come on in, friends.
Yeah, so there was no sweat off my back, but like it was really nice just to have like, just that one-on-one and just do it and then get out.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, my youngest was so big that they thought she was diabetic, so they kept us a day
Oh my
extra.
gosh.
She wasn't. She was just a fat baby. She's 9 pounds 3 ounces.
Ew, that is a big old baby.
Yeah, and no medication, so I felt bad.
That's insane. See, I can't relate to that. I had a little bean pop out.
No, it was
He was little.
it's intense. I don't know, but it was a lot for both of them. Quite honestly, I feel like the whole going through the birthing experience is so different for everybody too. Like
Yeah.
you saying that you weren't even in a room and they're sticking popsicle sticks to open your water and
Yeah, they ate the popsicle first.
just like, like an old English.
I like that sound effect. Yeah.
Like the old English sticks over here.
Yeah. It was like medieval times. I'm an old soul.
Yeah, like they just like took the knife and just sharpened it and just you're good. Like I don't like I was in a room that was like a hotel practically. Like I went to Baptist and it was like I was like welcomed in.
Mm-hmm.
They had my suite ready. I had everything I needed. Like I had like a little what's it called? Like mini fridge, TV.
I was in the wrong hospital.
Oh yeah, like we were made there.
Yeah.
And I remember with my sister, we make a joke about it because with her first daughter, it was like they always say there was like a janky light that was like halfway flickering.
Oh.
And like the
Jeez.
nurses couldn't get the needles right in for her. Like it was just a whole show for that poor girl.
Where did she give birth?
This was in Canada.
Okay.
Yeah, and she went through it, and I remember being terrified. I was like, oh my gosh, I could never imagine this. And for my sisters, I don't know if she would care to share the experience, but she was, I guess we'll find out. Hey,
We'll see. Come on over. Is it Jenna?
Yeah.
Come on, Jenna.
But like she was, like she did great through her pregnancy. I mean, she could say how she felt, like, but I think she looked wonderful.
Yeah.
Like by the end of it though, like you could tell like she was going through it, but she went in and I got a call or a text. And I was out clubbing, and I was like,
Yeah.
I have to go see my sister. And I'm like, I'm all excited to meet my niece, and everybody's like, not you, get out of here.
Oh my gosh. They like push your head back.
Get the drunk
Get
one
out.
out of here. So like my poor sister's like having an experience. And like for me, I'm like going in and like I said, it was like ambiance music. I got to bring my crystals in. I had like they wouldn't let me light my sage, but they let me like bring sage in and like essential oils, and I was very like
That's crazy.
holistic mommy of what I wanted. Yeah.
That sounds amazing. I know for me, and I was young, but I literally typed down a whole birthing plan. I was ready to go. I was like, this is what I need.
Yeah.
This is the atmosphere that I'm looking for.
And it never happens that way.
It
From what I've
doesn't.
heard.
No. I wanted a water birth. That never happened.
Really?
Yeah, it was crazy.
See, I'm really bad at planning stuff, and I kind of knew that my life and myself in general is pretty chaotic, so I was like, I just know I want to be medicated. I didn't care what anybody else really said, and that was really it. But I never had a birthing plan, and it turned out, at least my first and my second, it was the same way. It was just like the laboring part that was just not it.
Yeah, I mean, it can be a little traumatizing too. And I think, for some of us, like you had said before, I think our brain does kind of push away or hide how much pain you're in.
Yeah, it's like
because we look back and we're like,
cabinet, and you see your cute baby.
yeah, that's why. And I think obviously, like, now mind you, I was barefoot. And I was in our house. We were renovating, so we had the heavy pantry doors in the garage. And I was looking for something like an idiot, and I'm like moving things, and then the pantry doors just came and whoomp right on my feet, and I literally blacked out.
Oh my gosh!
I literally saw stars, like they say in the cartoon. I literally saw stars. I'm cursing in every name of the book. Yeah, and I honestly look back and I'm like, I feel like that pain was worse than giving birth. I do.
It's so true though, like with that kind of stuff, because like you said, you just like if you would ask me today, I'd be like, I could birth 1,000 times. That's fine. That was nothing. But like, if I have to be honest with myself, no, I don't want to do that again. I've done my time, and
Yeah.
through all of it, I mean, even pregnancy itself was a roller coaster, you know? Like, when I was
Yes.
first pregnant, in the beginning phases, it's like, I felt like I was like flourishing. I felt
Mhm.
top tier. You couldn't tell me nothing. I had a baby in me growing. It
Yeah.
felt amazing. And then midway was like super exciting because you can like feel it and it felt
Mhm.
amazing still.
I
And then
miss
by,
that.
oh, like we talked about that too. Feel like you had like those ghost, what was it called?
Phantom kicks.
Phantom kicks.
Yeah.
I had that for a long time through that. And then the last phase I feel like was very like, I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
When is this over? I'm sweating. And even if it was the winter time, it didn't
Yeah,
matter.
no.
I'm sweating.
You're not moving. You're just
No.
sweating. Yeah.
I don't want to do this no more. And then like
Mm-mm.
everything hurts. Your stomach hurts. It's just a whole thing.
Your feet. People don't
Yeah.
talk about this, or at least now two things people don't really talk about. The first one is a little taboo. They're like, oh my gosh, I would like
What is it?
pooping during birth.
Yeah.
I mean, that for me, I know we're kind of going back a little bit, but I just have to say, because, you know, for me, I feel like I'll say things that are A, embarrassing, and I just really don't give a crap,
Yeah.
or B, I want to talk about it so that other moms don't feel gross or alone, but I literally pooped with both of my kids. And
it's completely normal.
yeah, I mean, you're pushing. You know what I mean?
I thought I had to. And I asked them too, and they said, no, that's it's natural. And I feel like it's like always that answer that you get where they're
Yeah.
like, when you don't want to tell someone, but then you kind of dance around it. That's a very normal thing, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I like that, but did I? I just want to know. And they're like,
go to bed now.
Yeah. Here's your child.
Well, and then the other thing is during pregnancy, like I was a lot smaller, even after I had my first child, and then in between that, before
Yeah.
I got pregnant with my youngest, my feet got bigger.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, what is that? Like they're already big. Why
Oh, yeah,
are they
no.
getting bigger? And then the nose.
Yeah, slippers. Yeah, that's definitely a thing.
Like, why?
I had it for sure. I've seen some women who it's like very obvious they're about to. Like you don't even have
Like,
to ask.
yeah.
The second that you see that baby bump and you see the nose starting to get a little bit bigger, you're like you're gonna pop.
You're locked in.
Yeah.
But I don't understand that. Like
And your feet don't go back.
yes.
Like, they go down. Don't get me wrong. The swelling does. But like my feet are not a size 7. I'm a 7.5, so it's not that big of a deal. But like,
Yeah. But
How-
you may feel like it.
how did my feet grow just during a pregnancy?
I know. And then the rib cage doesn't go back.
No.
My rib cage is way wider than it ever was before.
Yeah.
And then I mean, there's a whole list of things. Like for me, something that I have always battled with. For one, if you know me, I really could give 2 craps less
Yeah.
if how you feel about my personality. I love it. That's all that matters. But I am very conscious about how I look
Yeah.
to people. So that pregnancy, 7 years later, I'm still talking about, oh, but I didn't always look like this, or, you know, and honestly, it's because your body is shifting and changing, the cartilage in it, the tissue, the bones.
Well, your hormones too. Like
Yes.
in
yeah.
general, your body I feel like is permanently changed after birthing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like I don't look anywhere near like how I did, and even if they're like, oh, well, that just happens in age, like I get that.
yeah.
But like birthing just amplified that timing.
Yeah.
You know? I really could have lived
Thanks.
without that.
Yeah,
You
same.
know? Like and I know that I feel like I'm fairly blessed for how I turned out after like
Mhm.
my pregnancies. But to be honest, it was a lot of work. I was lotioning myself to dolphin level smoothness. Because I was
Just
terrified.
slippery.
I was terrified. I was terrified
Yeah.
of and I feel like it's like a very like I don't know conceited thing maybe, but like I cared a lot about my looks as a young person, and then even as when I got pregnant, I wanted to be like that perfect pregnant woman and mom, and I had this vision of who I'm gonna be and what I'm gonna look like, and I was very set with that, and it helped to an extent because I had gestational diabetes.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I was forced to be on a diet, so it kind of helped because then I couldn't indulge the way I really wanted to.
Mhm.
But then I'd say 3 times a day, I was lotioning my stomach.
That's commitment.
It was, and it paid off, but I forgot everywhere else on my body. Because I didn't think that would have stretch marks.
Yeah.
I didn't think about the rest of it.
Yeah.
I just knew that I didn't want my stomach to, and that's great. It worked out for me, but then the rest of my body, yeah. And then no matter
Just
what,
lines all.
yeah, everywhere else though, it didn't help at all. And no one tells you about. Also, that's another one. I wish people talked more about was your boobs. I did not know that your boobs could get stretch marks.
Oh, mine would have them.
I did not know that was a thing. I would have lotioned that as well.
I mean, they need to come up with a list. Here's what's going to have stretch marks, or potentially have them.
Yeah, like stop telling us that we need cooling pads and you know that we need the newest trend of postpartum care. Give us the can of spray that works just fine.
Yeah.
If you go back to the hospital and even ask them, I'm sure they would even give you another can anyways.
Yeah.
And then like on top of that, like I want to know the most grossest details so that I'm prepared.
Right.
I want to know about that mucus plug. I want to know.
Oh, that one weirded me out for sure. That happened to me.
I was induced, so I have no. Not that I can remember. I don't remember anything about any of that. I don't remember ever seeing it. None of it.
Maybe it already was taken care of after you were induced. Like maybe
probably.
I mean, again, everyone's so different. My first, it happened. I was like, well, I'm gonna go pee real fast while we're waiting to go have our child.
Yeah.
And when I did, I was like, okay, I guess that was a mucus plug. Doesn't look like a plug, but it plugged something. So I guess we need to go back upstairs and get to getting. And then my second child. Now I got to tell a really funny story. Obviously, people that know me and that are close to me, I know Julia knows this story, would already know this. But so my youngest son was born in the same month as my husband. So we were already prepared. And we're like, okay, he's literally going to be here. At least due date is the day after my husband's birthday. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna plan, because I was always a planner with his birthday. Everything's gonna be
that's so kind.
Big.
Maybe you were pregnant too, because you would get nothing out of me when I was pregnant.
Oh yeah, I was a lean machine, not a lean machine. My gosh, I was huge, but I was like powered, like a powerhouse. I was like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and so I was planning his party. And so I was like, all right, well, we're going to switch it and we're going to do it 3 weeks early.
Yeah.
So that there's no chance he will come. I'm literally setting up and editing the video for him. All his friends sent a message. And I go downstairs and I'm laying in bed talking to my mom. We're waiting to go to dinner. And I'm feeling my stomach. And I'm like, golly, he's so active tonight. But then he wasn't. And my mom's like, well, keep close eye on that. Just, And I was like, I will. And then as we're talking, he kicks my bladder. And I was like, okay. Well, I was like, well, he just made me pee. That's cute.
And you just sit through it too. You're like, I pee myself a bit.
Yeah, you just accept it. And it wouldn't stop. And I was like, okay, well, I'm literally holding my bladder, but it just keeps coming. And my mom's like, oh boy, okay. Your water broke, sweetheart. And I'm home by myself. He literally came the day I had rescheduled and planned the birthday 3 weeks early. He came on that day and was like,
that's insane.
No, bro, I'm going to come when I feel like coming. So, but yeah, then mucus plug, that I started bleeding all over the house. I'm by myself. I'm like,
oh my gosh.
Am I literally going to give birth to our child in this house by myself?
Yeah,
I had no idea.
I'm not equipped for that.
No, I'm terrified.
I need an adult.
Yeah, please help me. So I think, everybody's birthing story is different. People that are watching this video, if you want to comment below and tell us your birthing story, or like we've already had some people, comment below and let us know if you'd like to be on this podcast. We are very excited to have guests come and talk to us about, motherhood. Everyone's so different. We have a variety of friends too that have such different stories and different situations as a mom.
Yeah, and I think it's good to share these things and let other, especially new moms at that, kind of get an idea of what is to happen, really. because, like I said,
Yeah.
I feel like they gave me like an idea, but honestly, it was a whole nother situation that I never
Yeah.
expected. And so this is what this podcast is for, so that we can
Mhm.
have all the time in the world to share the good, the bad, the grossness.
The ugly, the pretty, the oh my gosh, what just happened
Yeah.
moments. Those are my favorite too, though. Just saying. So stay tuned. We do have more topics that we are going to be going over with you
Yeah.
guys and with each other. So you should be able to find us around this time at night to, or maybe around 10 o'clock to see the video on Facebook. So I would say like and subscribe and hit the button, but we don't have that yet.
Just be kind to us.
Please, yeah. I mean, shoot. Listen, constructive criticism goes a long way, but constructive is in capital letters. Some people, yeah. But anyway, thank you for staying tuned, and we'll be back with more. Love you. Bye.
Bye.